Loving yourself is not a crime. True love is not supposed to hurt. True love is not supposed to make you question yourself. Are you even worthy at the end of the day? When someone doesn't know how to show up for you. Never allow someone to take your kindness so weakness. I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. I treat preach times to the genuine ones only. True love is real. True love is one of a kind with the right one actually for you. But when someone dims your light, waiting on someone to show up for you, when you knew how to show up for them, days when you couldn't see it for yourself, valuing someone's time and day without the excuses, let alone the mind games, loving somebody correctly, but they didn't understand at the end of the day, you wasn't trying to project pain, loving in the right way. They overlooked you. They disrespect you, portrayed you to be somebody you truly wasn't. When you knew how to show up for somebody, be by somebody's side at the end of the day. Never give up on them, let alone you wasn't living in fear to be discouraged at the end of the day. To be your authentic self, to love somebody the healthy way. Someone allowed you to question yourself, are you even worthy? Are you doing too much at the end of the day? You know, being yourself, loving someone correctly, when you didn't know how to love yourself, let alone you had lack of love at the end of the day when it came to certain folks that didn't know how to love you, but you knew how to show up for folks. Your childhood wounds at the end of the day that then dim your light when you allowed yourself to find true love and happiness at the end of the day, only for you to think that the right one walked into your life to mistreat you at the end of the day. You had to find yourself to regroup that you are worthy. You sat around waiting for somebody to show up that didn't know how to love you right. They gaslight you, act like they were so invested at the end of the day. They wasn't your biggest cheerleader, and they projected pain. Only for you to self-reflect at the end of the day, to say at the end of the day, I can't lose myself. I need to better myself. I can't lose myself because of the fact that you didn't know how to value my time and day at the end of the day when I was your biggest cheerleader, when I can't even see for myself. The energy is different. When someone portrays you the most unhealthiest way, thinking y'all on the same page at the end of the day, only to realize that, wow, I can't dim my light today. Because I knew how to respect somebody, good day, bad day, regards to the pain that was endured within me. Things would never be the same because I choose myself to actually walk away, to understand my boundaries, that you can't love me properly, but I got to love myself, not to let myself go at the end of the day, to have self-respect for myself, to understand at the end of the day I am worthy of someone treating me right, someone treating me right and valuing my time and day. The energy is different. When you're not trying to go crazy to lose yourself at the end of the day. Going in circles within circles at the end of the day. Battling depression, anxiety, PTSD. You put a name in your book when it comes to sleepless nights. All because you was willing and able to wait for somebody to show up at the end of the day and they didn't know how. You already exited out the relationship. Because you was willing to choose your best self-vision of yourself, not to dim your light, get discouraged at the end of the day when it came to someone's pain at the end of the day and all they wanted to do was run game. It didn't make sense at the end of the day. They had third-party conversations, and you was a one-person at the end of the day, and you ain't had time for the drama, let alone the mind games at the end of the day, and someone wasn't even your biggest cheerleader, up close in person, let alone behind closed doors, so you had to truly walk away to understand that you are worthy. You're worthy of someone treating you right, not misleading you again, let alone wearing a mask at the end of the day to switch up with you at the end of the day. So all you're doing at the end of the day, you went from a non-believer at the end of the day to a believer because you're truly praying for yourself, not against yourself, asking God to show you the right direction, to love yourself properly, and to send the right one into your life without misleading you again at the end of the day, and only for you to realize that, wow, things would never be the same when you had to walk away from someone at the end of the day who was projecting pain on you. Praying for yourself in the most healthiest way, loving yourself to better yourself, healing the wounds that was endured within you. Showing up at the end of the day, you wasn't the issue. Humanity or whether don't get discouraged at the end of the day because someone didn't know how to love you the right way. When you knew how to bring the best out of you in the most healthiest way to show somebody at the end of the day. I know how to take accountability for my actions. I know how to respect somebody. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. I just wanted to be your piece in the most healthiest way. But you didn't see at the end of the day I was truly worthy. The energy is different. Imagine sitting around for so long. 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 years at the end of the day, waiting for somebody to love you the right way. And all they been doing is gaslighting, saying that they gonna treat you right one day. They gonna change at the end of the day. And only to realize you're only growing at the end of the day to become your best self vision of yourself. That's the only one, you're the only one that's actually changing. When you truly had to walk away. It wasn't about that you thought you was better than anybody. But you was trying to protect yourself from being heartbroken at the end of the day. Because you knew how that mindset felt. And you wasn't trying to lose yourself to understand that reaction when God was truly protecting you, show you at the end of the day, you are worthy. Don't get discouraged today because someone had lack of love at the end of the day and all they want to do is play mind games with you. Psych you out your thought process, freeing your pockets and your eyesight, and you can't buy true love. And I say that respectfully. It be the thought process to me when certain folks ain't got their priorities right. Loving yourself is not a crime, and it's okay to walk away at the end of the day when someone tries to dim your light when it comes to their pain. Playing mind games at the end of the day. They said they got your back and only to realize they only shortchanged you again. Sitting around for a long time, waiting for somebody to show up, and they didn't know how to treat you right. They asking you how. How do I love you? How do you want me to love you? If you don't know by now, at the end of the day, it wasn't hard, let alone difficult. It wasn't a challenge. You made it difficult at the end of the day because you wanted to play mind games at the end of the day when you wasn't mentally ready for a relationship and the real one had to walk away. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. True love is not supposed to hurt. True love is not having a hand problem. True love is not playing somebody close not to see them walk, and I say that respectfully. It be the thought process for me. And loving yourself is not a crime. When someone is not willing and able to show up for you at the end of the day, and all they keep doing is discouraging you, that things will never change at the end of the day when they say they love you. Because all it sounds like at the end of the day, it ain't actions speaking louder than words. It's just verbal words at the end of the day that it's not making sense when God is showing you at the end of the day to walk away. Because someone don't know how to value your time and day, and all they doing is running game. It be the thought process to me. My content ain't for everybody. But someone meaning what they saying is going to stand on business and meet you halfway and be your biggest cheerleader, up close in person behind closed doors without the malicious intentions, and it's going to love you the right way the first time around without gaslighting you. You're forever person. I say that respectfully, without the pain, regardless of how long y'all been together, 10, 20, 30 years, they going to spice it up to show you at the end of the day why you chose them at the end of the day. They come out your comfort zone when you almost gave up on a love department because we are all not the same. Because when God sends the right person in your life, they going to treat you right. And they going to show you why you value each other's time and day at the end of the day without the excuses, let alone the mind games and someone trying to project that mindset on you at the end of the day. Got you reminding yourself what your past allowed you to believe was the norm at the end of the day, and it never was. Because when the real one walks into your life, they're not trying to project that drama on you at the end of the day when it comes to your past. And I say that respectfully. Not everybody's for you when it comes to that love department. It's a thought process to me. But you matter, you're worthy to heal mentally. To mentally go within and know at the end of the day, you are truly worthy of someone valuing your time and day without the games at the end of the day, let alone wearing the mask to switch up on you. Because there's certain folks out here at the end of the day, regardless of what they've been through when it came to trauma and pain, moms, pops wasn't in their life, but they know how to treat somebody right without taking their kindness or weakness, let alone switch up on them, let alone play mind manipulation games. And I say that respectfully when someone know how to move accordingly and they standing on business at the end of the day. Because God works in mysterious ways at the end of the day when someone understood pain and ain't trying to go through that mindset at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. True love is not supposed to hurt. It's not. True love is not playing somebody close not to see them woke. To psych them out their thought process, they free in their pockets, their eyesight. That's not true love. That's not. I truly appreciate times to the genuine ones only. Healing trauma and pain would never be an overnight process. But you matter and you are worthy. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooks you, don't give up on yourself. Don't get discouraged today because of the fact that someone didn't know how to love you at the end of the day. And you were standing on business to love them the right way. But you had to walk away to realize at the end of the day, God gonna send the right one into your life when you least expect it to treat you right. You may have dealt with domestic violence, discrimination at the end of the day, because this type of stuff happens every single day. dealing with physical, verbal abuse at the end of the day. Someone disrespecting you, not meeting you halfway. Someone had so much to say when they was gaslighting you, saying they was going to be by your side at the end of the day to love you the right way. They heard what you've been through when it came to your trauma and your pain. And they said they wasn't going to make you dysfunction like your past did. And only for them to shortchange you at the end of the day. But you matter your word. Don't get discouraged, because when the right one walks into your life, they're not going to dim your light. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody. It's not. And loving yourself is not a crime. Just because you had a lack of love at the end of the day when it came to that guardian that disrespected you, that made you feel like you wasn't worthy, they didn't know how to love you, that unhealthy relationship, it didn't work out, and you still knew how to love somebody. Regardless if nobody ever showed you how to love, you still knew how to show up for a relationship. You didn't have to take somebody's kindness for weakness. You didn't have to disrespect somebody because pain was endured with you from a child point of view and it went into your adulthood. It was your reality. It wasn't about likes, comments, and views at the end of the day. It was your existence. And you are worthy. And I say that respectfully. Don't get discouraged today. Healing trauma and pain is not a race. And I say that respectfully. Or let alone would never be an overnight process when you're choosing your best self vision of yourself, not to dim your light, to get discouraged. And I say that respectfully, because when God closes one door, God shows you at the end of the day why you chose your faith, why you walking at the end of the day to continue to elevate, that you matter, you're worthy to heal the trauma and pain that's endured within you. They would never understand at the end of the day things that were supposed to discourage you, why you keep showing up for yourself today. Don't ever dim your light, and I say that respectfully, because someone didn't know how to love you. You are worthy. You do matter. Just because someone was playing mind games or whatever the case may be, playing you close, trying to psych you out your pockets, and you can't buy true love. There's no such thing. It ain't gonna make sense at the end of the day. Being disloyal at the end of the day, third-party conversations, when you are one person at the end of the day, and someone said at the end of the day you was doing too much because you spoke up for yourself that day, always choose yourself. Never get discouraged because someone tries to manipulate you, because that's a form of manipulation. When you speak up for yourself and you're not being disrespectful, how you in a relationship at the end of the day and someone wants to step out and be in another relationship at the end of the day with multiple people gaslighting you at the end of the day, saying that they love you, and that's not what you signed up for. You signed up to be in a relationship with one person that was valuing your time and day, and they was playing mind games after you realized at the end of the day that as time progressed, at the end of the day, this person switched up on you, and you never switched up one time. And you knew how to respect somebody. You chose yourself to better yourself, not to go through hurt and pain. You know what that feeling felt like at the end of the day. And even if you didn't, it was something brand new to you, and it made you feel uncomfortable. But you had to choose yourself to better yourself. Never allow someone to dim your light, to discourage you. I say this respectfully. If you're not mentally ready to be in a relationship, leave innocent people alone. Stop getting in somebody's jaws to talk about them like a bad habit at the end of the day, saying that you hear their pain, and only the run game at the end of the day. Action don't speak louder than words, because nothing real is about you at the end of the day. Talking about you got mommy and daddy issues at the end of the day. But you knew how to get somebody's time and day when the beginning stages, when it's puppy love stages at the end of the day. All you was doing was playing mind games until you was playing, until you knew that at the end of the day, I'm going to play this person close. They ain't going to see what I'm doing at the end of the day. And they going to face their own reality. They ain't going to go nowhere because I got them where I want them. It's the thought process to me. Leave innocent people alone. Someone's expressing what they've been through when it came to trauma and pain or that unhealthy relationship, and you said you wouldn't put them through it. But your actions didn't speak louder than words, because all you was doing was playing mind manipulation games at the end of the day. To talk about somebody like a bad habit, like they was truly the problem. It really be the thought process to me. Leave innocent people alone if you're not mentally ready to be in a relationship. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But loving yourself is not a crime. And I say that respectfully. True love is not manipulation. True love is not playing somebody close at the end of the day, seeing what they got going on with hidden agendas at the end of the day. The second month, they thought process, they free in their pockets of their eyesight because you got bad communication skills with self at the end of the day to have self-control, to respect yourself, to stay in your lane and leave innocent people alone at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Oh, if you out here doing love spells, and I say this respectfully, leave innocent people alone. Because you only going to reap what you sow, and I say that respectfully. You dish your own fair share, your own karma, only to realize when the real one wakes up at the end of the day, they going to walk away because they was never in tune with you at the end of the day. You went against their will. And I say that respectfully. Leave innocent people alone. My content is not for everybody. I pray for my neighbor, not against my neighbor. And I say that respectfully, regardless of my sexual orientation, at the end of the day, I do not have malicious intentions, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. I do not energy harvest of innocent people's energy, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I do not steal anyone's destiny, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You matter and you are worthy. Just because, neighbor, regardless of my sexual orientation at the end of the day, we may not pray the same at the end of the day, but I know how to respect my neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. Everybody is not meant to be part of your journey. Not everybody is meant to sit at your table. Not everybody is meant to enjoy the experience of you. And that's okay. And especially when you ain't got malicious intentions, because people will sit there and play you close. They will have to throw spork at you in a toxic way to try to make you dysfunctional. And you continue to elevate. You continue to show up for yourself. You continue to become your best self vision of yourself. And they're not understanding how you truly are protected. That unhealthy relationship, it was supposed to make you mentally unstable. That unhealthy relationship, it was supposed to put you in a mindset of being depressed, anxiety, dealing with PTSD. You put a name to your book. You're supposed to have lack of awareness. You were supposed to become your worst enemy so you wouldn't be able to see for yourself. But when God is truly protecting you, when God closes that door at the end of the day, when you're praying for yourself, not against yourself, God is going to show you the way. You matter, you are worthy. The good God is not for sale, and God has never been for sale. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody, and that is okay, neighbor. But I know how to respect my neighbor with no malicious intentions. I'm not doing it for likes and views or comments at the end of the day. I'm doing it for the ones who's truly for me. And I say that respectfully with no malicious intentions. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Because respect is a two-way street, neighbor. I'm not against my neighbor. I'm for my neighbor. I pray for my neighbor, not against my neighbor. And I say that respectfully because respect is a two-way street. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Never get discouraged because someone doesn't have self-confidence within themselves. And you know how to be your authentic self. You know how to come out your comfort zone and be yourself without wearing a mask. People don't like that. People despise that because you know how to be yourself. You know how to look in the mirror and say, self, I love myself. You can look in the mirror and say, you know what? I've been through trauma and pain, but I'm better in myself. I'm not where I was 10 years ago. I'm not where I was 20 years ago. I'm the best self vision of myself. They would never understand my walk of life when spell work was supposed to make me mentally unstable. I'm not who I was 5 years ago. It wasn't an overnight process, but at the end of the day, you don't look like what you've been through, but you chose yourself. You allowed yourself to believe in hope because God was guiding you the way. They would never understand at the end of the day, you didn't reject yourself that day when it came to pain, being your own worst enemy. You matter and you are worthy. Regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age, you matter and you are worthy. And I say that respectfully. It's not about likes, comments, and views at the end of the day when it's your reality. And I say that respectfully. It's your reality. It's a thought process to me. Not everybody is meant to be part of your journey. And never allow someone to dim your light because you have confidence within you. And maybe one day you didn't have confidence within you, but they don't understand what it took for you to recognize your confidence. But they try to dim your light and discourage you. But the good God saw what they was doing behind closed doors when they laughed at you. They tried to discourage you. They humiliate you. They threw spell work at you in a toxic way. They try to make you mentally unstable at the end of the day. They was doing all types of stuff. They laughed too fast at the end of the day. But God was truly showing you at the end of the day that you are worthy of self. Regardless who gave up on you, overlooked you, who had to pay this person to play you close not to see you woke. You matter and you are worthy. You matter. And it's okay to love yourself. But never allow someone to discourage you and allow you to live in fear or give up. And I say that respectfully because not everybody is meant to be part of your journey. Regardless of what obstacles is placed in front of you, not everybody's meant to be part of your journey. But be mindful and wise, and I say this respectfully, neighbor. Be mindful and wise when taking someone's kindness for weakness. And I say that respectfully. When they didn't have malicious intentions towards you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. They knew how to respect their neighbor with no malicious intentions. It's a thought process for me. Folks be saying, I'm real. I'm grown. Just because you brought children to this world don't make you grown. And just because you brought children into this world don't make you real. And I say that respectfully. It's a thought process to me. If you got to sit here and discourage somebody, if you got to sit here and kick somebody down and you think you're so strong at the end of the day, you got to throw spell work at somebody, you're nothing but a weak-minded person. You're nothing but a bully. And I say that respectfully. Or let alone you got a gang stalk against one person. You're nothing but a bully. It's the thought process to me. I do not play with spell work in a toxic way. And I say that respectfully, neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. The good God is not for sale, and I do not worship the devil. Loving yourself is not a crime. Always be yourself. Certain folks don't understand when they get genuine people that come into their life to respect them. Something that they're not used to. So they disrespect and mistreat them. And only to realize that, wow, they got to self-reflect and realize at the end of the day, they judge the book by its cover, taking your kindness for weakness. They portrayed you to be something that you truly wasn't when you knew how to show up for somebody with no malicious intentions. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. You was their biggest cheerleader at the end of the day, showing them at the end of the day, hey, don't get discouraged today, neighbor. Don't give up on yourself today, neighbor. You are worthy, neighbor, regardless of who you got around you at the end of the day who's not rooting you on, or regardless at the end of the day, if you feel like at the end of the day, you feel like you have lack of love, you feel like you're giving up today at the end of the day. Don't give up, neighbor. Keep going, neighbor. Gave them ideas of things to better themselves, but they would never put respect on your name at the end of the day. You put a name to your book at the end of the day. If the shoe fit, then wear it. It really be the thought process of me. How when someone walks into your life, you got to discourage them. You got to disrespect them. You got to paint them out to be somebody they truly not. And they praying for you, not against you. You sit there and say, how can God possibly favor you? You out of all people at the end of the day. When you didn't have no malicious intentions. And your neighbor didn't like the fact that you had confidence within yourself. You knew how to love yourself. You knew how to respect somebody. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Regardless if you had abandonment issues, lack of love at the end of the day. You didn't have your mother and your father in your life. You didn't have that guardian in your life that respects you and love you at the end of the day. You had that guardian in your life that was doing spell work at you in a toxic way. That unhealthy relationship that didn't work out. You still knew how to respect somebody. And you didn't have to manipulate nobody at the end of the day. It wasn't about likes and views because it was your reality. Everybody may lie at the end of the day on your name, but God shows up when they don't understand at the end of the day. Because behind closed doors, they want forgiveness. Behind closed doors, they judge a book by its cover. Behind closed doors, they say to themselves, I should have loved you right. I shouldn't have did that to you that day. I shouldn't have disrespected you. You probably the only one that showed up for me. The only one that showed me at the end of the day that, wow, I was worthy. I shouldn't have did that day. You don't come across genuine, real people too often. You don't. And you wasn't doing it for likes and views, let alone clout chasing, when you knew how to respect somebody. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But be mindful when God places someone in your life, not the enemy. I'm talking about the good God. I don't worship the devil. Regardless of what circumstances you're going through in your life when it comes to your trials and tribulations, be mindful and wise how you treat folks. It's a thought process to me. My content is not for everybody, and I'm far from a copycat. Always be your authentic self with no malicious intentions. Being a copycat, you going for a show when it comes to common sense of being real, and I say that respectfully. It ain't gonna make sense at the end of the day, being somebody that you're truly not. That's not how God created you to be. And then you put yourself in secret competition, you can't even keep up at the end of the day because God is truly changing them every single day. Something that you can't see. It's to go within and understand self-awareness. At the end of the day, self-control. You're truly mentally unstable. You need a whole straight body jacket with a doctor's prescription. Doctor! Diagnosis. Leave innocent people alone. That's folks' problems at the end of the day. Out here judging a book by its cover, it be the thought process to me. When someone ain't got malicious intentions. And they ain't got to pay this person, that person to get information on nobody at the end of the day. To gaslight them. Who let on gang stalk at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. If the shoe fit, wear it. It really be the thought process to me. It's too late for the apologies. When you know how to respect your neighbor, that energy is different. They would never understand at the end of the day what real looks like up close in person because they so used to that fake energy, that low vibrational energy that the enemy allows you to believe was the norm for so long, to be dysfunctional, go against your neighbor at the end of the day. That wasn't part of God's timing. God is kind. God is respectful. God is love at the end of the day, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. We may not tie a shoe the same neighbor, but it's called respect, stay in your lane. If you don't like somebody at the end of the day, you stay in your lane. It's the thought process to me. It's sad and disturbing to see how someone sits there and antagonize somebody and they're looking for a reaction. And the reaction that they look for at the end of the day is truly got to self-reflect and mentally go within. That they judge a book by its cover and they only play in their own face, bothering an innocent person. What a vision. Only to realize you got to heal those wounds that was endured within you. Child point of view. Stuff that went into your adulthood. Trauma on top of trauma. Stuff that made you dysfunctional. That's what you was projecting on your neighbor, thinking that everybody's the same when it come to pain. And only to realize at the end of the day, your neighbor didn't have to play mind games. Because they was real at the end of the day. Their authentic self. Being themselves, something that you couldn't get in tune with, was knowing your worth. Out here bothering innocent people at the end of the day. Only to realize that, wow, God works in mysterious ways. My content is not for everybody. It's not. But I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe weekend. Protect your energy. It's not that you think you're better than somebody. You know how to love yourself, to respect your neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. When you're not in secret competition with your neighbor, you just want your neighbor to elevate in the most healthiest way. Because we are all not the same. People pick and choose who they want to bully at the end of the day, only to realize that, wow, they truly lack self-awareness when it comes to self-respect, being real at the end of the day. When you have malicious intentions, it be the thought process for me. Never get discouraged because someone gave up on you. They overlooked you. They judged a book by its cover. They took your kindness or weakness. They humiliate you at the end of the day. They had to throw spurring at you in a toxic way. They had to gang stalk you. They misused you. They abused you. They made you feel like at the end of the day, are you even worthy? But you matter. You are worthy. Do not give up on yourself today. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. And healing trauma and pain from a child point of view, going into your adulthood, it would never be an overnight process. And it's not a race. It's no competition. It's not. But I truly hope, neighbor, that you find peace within your own lane one day. And I say that respectfully. But to the genuine ones only, you matter and you are worthy. Don't get discouraged today. I truly appreciate your time. Have a safe day. Have a safe week. Have a safe month. Have a safe year. Have a safe weekend. Not everybody's meant to be part of your journey. Regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, your disability, or your age, you matter and you are worthy. Do not give up on yourself because someone gave up on you. You matter. It's okay to love yourself. So never allow someone to dim your light, allow you to live in fear, be discouraged. Because you got confidence within you. And you know how it feels at the end of the day to be betrayed, disrespected. You're back against the wall asking for God for the right direction. Only to realize you was truly praying for yourself, not against yourself. You went from a non-believer to a believer, to better yourself. When you barely could get out of bed at the end of the day, didn't know how you was going to eat, let alone, wow, have a roof over your head. And you wasn't doing it for likes and views at the end of the day. You was understanding that at the end of the day that God was showing you the way, that you matter and you are worthy. When God was showing you at the end of the day, the next journey, the next part of your journey in your life, it's going to be beautiful things ahead. Because God said better days ahead when you least expect it. When God was truly covering you and protecting you, showing you at the end of the day that you are worthy. They gave up on you, they overlooked you. They didn't know how to love you. They took your kindness or weakness. They portrayed you to be somebody you truly wasn't when it came to he say, she say. Only to realize that, wow, God truly works in mysterious ways. That spell work ain't working, but then working at the end of the day. Don't get discouraged, and I say that respectfully. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everybody. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I said what I said. It's the thought process to me. Always be yourself. Loving yourself is not a crime. Never dim your light, let alone get discouraged. From a hate at the end of the day in disguise. They continue to multiply. God's protection for every direction. You matter, you are worthy. Don't get discouraged today. Loving yourself at the end of the day. Never live in fear. And I say that respectfully. I gotta go. Naya Genuine Love Respect. You matter and you are worthy. I am the original owner of all my content. And I say that respectfully. Naya Genuine Love Respect. Have a good day. Thank you for your time to the genuine ones only. Have a safe day. Thank you.